Coming to you recorded
from our studio in Broomfield, Colorado.
We're Betty Joe and Roy.
And this is Formula Lunch. In 20th today, we have our very first DNF in Sergio Checo Perez going out on, it was one of the early laps after an incident in the first lap, turn 3 with more...
Turn 4.
Turn 4, you're right. I always think the hairpin is turn 2 here at the Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, because that weird kink shouldn't be turn 2.
That kink
But
shouldn't
whatever,
be
let's
turn
get
2.
past that. Perez with a huge hole in his side pod decided to retire on maybe lap around 10 or 11.
Yeah, that hole created by Sir Georgery Russell, according to the FIA.
Took a 5-second penalty for it.
Yes, he did.
And we carry on with Latifi in the next DNF.
What a strong racer.
Shocker. Just a shocker.
I don't even think there was anything wrong with the car.
There was like, you need to get out.
I think they just thought, you know what, just protect the engine.
We're going to get Piastri in here. And with that, we got the other fireball of Carlos Sainz.
And we do sure hate beating this dead horse, but the way his engine blew up and just cracked the side pod, couldn't even get the car stopped to climb out. Nope. I was worried he was about to burn for a little bit there.
They need parking brakes on those things.
They do need parking brakes. I'm surprised there's no system for that.
Yeah, that's really, like, why is it rolling down the hill? Fix that.
Christ on a cracker.
And someone with really, really bad luck tonight would be that of Sebastian Vettel in 17th. Never got the car under him. And when he seemed like he would, who was it? Gasly?
This time it was Gasly. In the sprint race, it was Alban.
Yeah.
He kept getting the car under him. He kept finally getting control of the vehicle. And then somebody hit his back tire and he spun.
Poor man Vettel.
Very quick to find the reverse both times, though.
Yeah.
Do love that Save the Bees helmet. You gotta love Sebastian sometimes. You gotta love him. Yuki Tsunoda coming out in 18th place, our first finisher, and to say first would be a stretch. Couple of good battles over the course of the race.
Yeah,
Couple of good defenses, I guess, on people he didn't need to defend against. But he got through it.
Gasly, 15th. Another.
After another lap 1, turn 1 incident, this time in the sprint race. It was the other Mercedes. This time it was Hamilton that he bounced off of. Spun around. Did not have a very exciting race after that. But
Yeah, the Red Bulls did not really perform well at their home track. I mean, we can't lie. I mean, 3 of them in the bottom 15, or the bottom 5, like that's...
Yeah, that's already a start. That's
Yeah.
already a start and a half.
But on that, we do have a great racer of Zhao Guanyu finishing in 14th. Maybe not his best finish all season, but man,
Sure, a heck of a lot better than his last finish.
he's performing. We're impressed with the rookie.
He, for a rookie, for being the only rookie on the grid this year, which is surprising as of late, he has been performing.
Yeah, he's been showing up really well.
Glad he's not taking any more tumbles.
Person he should have beat, though, is that of Lance Stroll, who finished in 13th. How?
This was one of Lance's stronger performances. He did have quite a good couple battles. He was a part of that group that was going 5 long into turn 3. That was some impressive racecraft from everybody in that group.
God save the Stroll.
God save the Stroll. Speaking of which, Alexander Alban coming out in 12th place after hitting a few people a few different times in the sprint race. Did take a 5-second penalty for his collision with Norris. Didn't take anything for his collision with Sebastian Vettel.
Look what happens when you leave Red Bull for Mercedes. Ding! Bottas in 11th in that cheese mobile.
That cheese wheel sure was performing today. Almost in the points. Almost
Started in the pit lane Finished in 11th.
Started in the garage.
Yeah.
He pulled out of the garage on the green light and then still managed to almost make it up.
He caught up with the
points.
field in the first lap and just he went. He pit what 2 or 3 times too. He didn't have the best steadiest race, but he performed. He finished well. He's definitely doing very well in that Alfa Romeo.
Spaghetti Bosa bringing that Alfa Romeo to the line.
Someone losing weight this week though is that of Fernando Alonso. 10th place points.
He had a couple of good battles, but most of them were him getting beaten.
Yeah, that car didn't have the speed, didn't have anything.
I don't know that he just might have been off of his game today because the car was performing. They both ended up in the points.
True.
And that it's.
Well, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he's just off his game. He's getting up there. Maybe his reaction speed isn't what it used to. He did have that little wag at
That
who was it?
Wag. It was that Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Tsunoda pushes him into the grass. He says no, and he passes him.
He takes the time during the braking zone into
Yeah.
turn 4, one of the harder braking zones of that track. Nope.
You don't push me in no grass.
Coming out in 9th place, Daniel Ricardo performing surprisingly well.
Finally.
I
mean, it was a good track for
Some
McLaren.
race
It's
Ricardo.
Norris's favorite track. It's a good track for McLaren.
It's a good track for Ricardo, too. He had a bad year last year, ending in 13th, but...
He's just having a bad season. It happens. There's some concerns there, but it happens.
McLaren hasn't been his best move.
No.
Maybe not his worst move. His Renault jump probably wasn't a very good call, but
Did better in the Renault
he
than
was
he
doing
did
better. Yeah, he was doing better with that car. So who's to say?
And in 8th place, we got that of the first Haas of K-Mag. Magnussen, thank you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for taking that Russian out of his seat. Like, nothing against him or... Never mind, doesn't matter. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you're doing. You're putting Haas in the points. You proved from the first race that you belong in that seat.
Showed up in the 11th hour and proved it.
Yeah.
Last minute, hops in the car and just takes it around.
Good for you.
Yeah, I am proud of you, K-Mags. Somebody else I'm proud of is Lando Norris in 7th.
McLaren had a decent weekend.
The fact that is a strong finish for him is a little bit of a shame.
First time he's been out of the top 6 in Austria, too.
Wow, like first time overall.
First time, yeah.
Wow, that's brutal. But hey, that's where
you guys got some points. Good job.
They did get some points, and they have been getting points relatively often. So that's
lately.
Norris
has been.
Yeah, Norris has been. You know who else has been getting points relatively often? Michelob Schumacher, coming out in 6th place. What a weekend for Mick.
Yeah, that sprint race, he had a great battle with Hamilton. Was it Hamilton?
It was Hamilton.
Yeah.
He was holding him off for like 10 laps. Yeah. Those were some solid moves he was using. All clean racing, all just holding his line and proving why he is at the peak of motorsport.
Yeah, someone had to talk with him like, look, if you're going to split the car in half, at least do it battling.
Make it count.
Yeah, don't be in last place blowing up the car. Be in 6th place blowing up the car. That's better, I guess.
That is certainly much better. He really did have a very strong weekend. Very proud of Mick for this weekend.
And to prove that Alonso's losing some weight, we have Ocon in 5th place. Great performance. I mean, it was a race between him and the Mercedes.
Yeah, it was him and Hamilton. It was a distance battle for most of the race.
There was the pit strategy at the very beginning definitely threw Ocon off, but strong performance, great race, not proven, but he's looking okay.
He's looking better.
Yeah.
He's looking better. Anytime he outperforms Alonso, it's a pretty solid race for him.
Yeah, I would agree
with
that,
race.
for sure. Another one in the top 5? Is that what we're going to say? Mr. Russell, 4th place. Last race, DNF. This race, 4th place. Back on top? No. But...
Not quite on the top, but I'll tell you what.
They're making pushes.
Yeah, they're making pushes. You're up in 4th place after getting sent back to last after his incident with Sergio Perez in turn 4. It did break his wing, and he did have to go in, get a whole wing replacement. It was a 19.2 second stop.
After both of the Mercedes crashed in Q3?
After both of the Mercedes crashed in Q3. How? God, awful embarrassing.
Yep, had a strong sprint race, and then had a great race finishing in 4th. Yeah.
Speaking of a great race, for the 3rd time in a row this season, Lewis Hamilton on the podium. He he has been holding it together. These past 3 races have been really strong for him. He has been taking that car to the top spot, beating his teammate, which shouldn't be a surprise, but is, even with that strong of a teammate.
I mean, with the first half of the season,
Yeah.
Well, it's...
He's beaten out Mr. Consistency, and now he's Mr. Consistency. That's, what, 3
in a row.
3 in a row. 3 podiums in a row, and he sure is looking happy to be on one of those steps.
Yeah, those podium celebrations have definitely changed over the past year because it's not just Max Verstappen winning the race. He finished second this time. Crazy. How do you finish second at your home race?
Shocking the world.
Yeah, at least one of the Red Bulls finished.
They did finish, and it was a strong position.
Oh, great
Second
position.
place. It's.
I mean, they gave away the win halfway through the race. They
didn't have the pace.
Yeah.
Didn't have the pace. Just kept getting overtaken by Charles Leclerc in first place, taking the top step for the first time in Austria. Also taking the win after not being on pole position for the first time.
Yep,
Fifth career win, yeah. And it's that's impressive.
Yeah, it was a pretty good battle between him and Sainz for most of the race, and then we had that unfortunate explosion at Sainz.
It was looking like a Ferrari 1-2 for guaranteed.
The whole race, yeah, until lap 61, 56, something like that, the very end.
Yeah, right at the very end.
Yep.
Sainz's car just turned into a fireball. Leclerc's struggling with some throttle problems.
Yeah, he had a throttle problem. Something was probably stuck in one of the springs, but he persevered, pulled through, was taking that throttle pedal back to 0% with his foot. Good for him.
Yes, he was. Almost gave Max the chance, but was able to hold him off.
Yeah, Max caught up a second and a half in 2 laps at the end.
Yeah.
Just couldn't. I mean, another few laps, maybe a different story.
Few laps, I think definitely a different story.
Yeah, but good on Ferrari for pulling it out.
We may beat this dead horse a lot, but that horse might be coming back to life.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Sainz is proven different.
That's fair. Either way, coming to you live from our studio in Bloomfield, Colorado. We're Betty, Joe, and Roy. Walter Cronkite.
Walter, that guy. When everyone's like, hurry up, I got the Charlie thing going.
Well, if you're in my room, you're being recorded, so.
Who likes that?
Who likes that?